Hi, I'm Real Giant Demon, and this is What's on a Tape, Season 3, Volume 9. Now, I've got some more tapes again, and this is from the same chap who sent me them last week. These are from Daryl. Thank you, Daryl. I've gone for, there's 3 here. I've gone for that basically because they're only C12, so they're 6 minutes per side. So they're quite short, so we'll hopefully get something good. But I'm going to have a little open of them because I want to show you some of these things, because there's some interesting ones here. He says interesting one, opening the first one, which is blank. This one says it has a match point on it and match day. So we've got tennis and football at the same time. Interesting. And well, I've also got nothing written on the tape. Oh, as he throws it across the room. But it does say Superfile 128K. So we'll give this a try and we'll see what's actually on there. So we've got that one first. And then, of course, these are a mix mash. So I asked Daryl about this. These aren't his own. These are ones he got with bundles of Spectrum games when he bought them. So these are actually a mixture of things that he found. So we've got in this one, we've got, I think this is Fairlight 2 and Fairlight 2's Cheat, by the looks of things. And I think on the other side, yeah, that's right, we've got Fairlight 1. Now, I'm quite looking forward to that, because do you know something? It's one of these games. I want to say I've played it, but I've not. I don't remember ever playing Fairlight, so I'm quite looking forward to that, actually. Is there a date there or something similar? Not sure. Could be, something like that. It says Cheat beside it, which is quite an interesting one. Anyway, so we've got that one, but inside the cover I'm sure it says something completely different. Oh no, it doesn't. It says Underworld, Night Law as well on the side too. So that might actually be something else on here as well. So Underworld, Night Law is a good choice. I like that. Yeah, no, that's good. Right, okay, so we've got those ones. And they could be quite short. They could be very short. It might not work. We'll see how it goes. And then we've got the next data tape, which has... And this is the one that really intrigued me. So we might have to blank out some of the screen here. This one actually has CV 002 I think it is. But it also says, in the instructions, it also says CV and long CV. So I might blank out some of the screens because this might actually genuinely be somebody's CV. I always like these ones though, because this one feels like a good one. This feels like a mystery worth solving to see what's in there. So, but we'll see how it goes. Depends on what data it shows. We'll try and avoid showing somebody's dates of birth. So we've got all of those, like that. And we've got all of those, but I've also got this one. I'm going to open it up, take it out of the case. There's nothing in the case, by the way. It's just a blank, horrible case, like that. I just had it one side. And we've got this one, which is Skateboard Construction Kit from Players. Now I actually have this, the original version of this, somewhere about actually, not too far away. I should have brought it with me. Never mind. And then we've got Buffalo Bill's Rodeo games from a Tynesoft playable demo. Now I think that was a 128K game when it came out. And then we've got David Wilson Sings, Audio Magic, Not a Game. Oh, so we've actually got some music. That's interesting. I don't know who David Wilson is, but Davey Wilson, sorry. We'll find out when we do it. Anyway, without further ado, we're going to start by sticking that in the drive, and I promise not to keep throwing things around, alright? I keep on having little fits with chucking things into things recently. Anyway, right, okay, see you in a second. Right, we're ready to go. The tape's in. It's actually on side A of the one with the super file of 128K. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do the loader, because I have a feeling we've got some 128K games for a change. So we're going to give it a whirl, give it a try, and see if this one works. We'll give it a whirl. Superfile, I'm sure that was a database program for the Spectrum back in the day. One of those things though, isn't it? It kind of... You probably wouldn't have minded loading the database back then, would you? I mean, I don't know if you would or you wouldn't really, but you probably wouldn't have minded it that much. Oh, Fist, you know, I suspect. I know what this is. It's one of those games that's very frequently copied. If it is what I think it is, it'll be The Way of the Exploding Fist, which is one of the greatest beat-em-ups ever made for anything, possibly. For me, this is one of the games that defined the initial sort of one-on-one beaters. This is the game, and then of course we followed it up with International Karate, which I think was it. International Karate had only 2 players. Can't remember exactly actually. I know that IK Plus had three fighters, which is kind of cool actually. I still love that screen. I still love that loading screen. You can't really beat Way of the Exploding Fist. I don't think. I don't think there's a better beat 'em up. I mean, you've got the Ninja Hamster, haven't you? If you haven't seen Ninja Hamster before, it's on my my channel here. If you want to just do a little search in the search box, you'll find Ninja Hamster. I did really well on it actually. Remember that? It's a little flat, fat, plump hamster with a mask on and sort of big furry feet, and kind of does flying kicks and things. It's not the greatest game in the world, but it's all right. But this one, I think this was a technical game. This is a technical fighter. This is the start of these you know, the games that went on to be things like Street Fighter, and just today I've been playing Art of Fighting, which is an SNK game, in fact Art of Fighting 2, which they're technical fighters as well to some extent, you know, a certain number of buttons, but these were this game I think defined those technical fighters, and I think that these are one of the games that kind of set the scene. They might not have been the forerunners. In fact, if you do know the forerunners to sort of the one-on-one beat-em-ups, put them in the comments below. I'm sure there'll be something on the Atari 2600, I bet you. In fact, I put money on it was something on the Atari 2600 that was that kind of way, and probably even the arcade. But this was a very good example. I think this is probably one of the reasons why it was so copied so frequently by so many. However, to be fair, there's plenty of copies out there. So I mean, it was re-released by Ricochet, which is a Mastertronics brand. It was re-released by you know, Melbourne House themselves. It was re-released everywhere. It ended up on compilation tapes and everything. So there was plenty of copies sold out there. I mean, but it just makes you wonder how many were copied to the number that were pirated, because I suspect. I mean, I've been through a number of tapes, and I think we've probably seen it on every 2 or 3 videos I've got Way of the Exploding Fist turns up. It's almost always there. It's a cracking. But it's because it's such a good game, and you can understand why somebody would want to do that. To be fair though, for the price you'd have bought it. I certainly would have bought it. In fact, I know, because I've got several copies of it. I really love, and I love the fact that the artwork that you're seeing on the screen here matches the artwork that's actually there. Now, wasn't there there was a karate chap that was involved in it? I can't see if I can see my copy handy actually. I can't quite see my copy handy, but there was I'm sure it was. Oh, I want to say Kenny, but I don't think he's a Kenny. Kenneth, maybe. Don't know. There was a karate fellow who kind of put his name to it as well. Who actually was a sort of a Olympic athlete of some sort. Again, you'll know in the comments. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about, because you know you can't prep for this when you just stick the tape in and press play. So I can't always know. Don't always remember. Anyway, but yeah, I'm sure he endorsed it on the back. Certainly on the Melbourne House version, he certainly endorsed it. There was a good karate game. There was also a judo game, wasn't there? I can't even pronounce it though. Was it Uchi something? Blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I can't remember. I always found that very weird, because you had to move your feet in a specific way to kind of get the right position to do a particular throw. I remember being quite liking it. I played it again recently on the C64 Mini, because it's one of the games that comes on it, and certainly in the European side anyway. I didn't really enjoy it that much. It wasn't a great deal of fun. But this, on the other hand, is. So there we go. So it's all, but it's a lot of keys. It's a lot of keys. So, oh, been kicked. I've got to remember the keys now. They're all around the S key, basically. There, I've got him. Yeah, they're all around the S key. You get little, the little yin and yang signs when you do it correctly. There we go. Sweep the leg. Sweep the leg. Swept the leg. Oh, he's not. He's out of range. Oh, he's got me with a punch. A little punch. Yeah, they're all around the S key. There's 9 keys with this game. You can't believe that, can you? Should we try and give him a back kick? Oh, that'll teach you. Walked right into it, punched in the face. What I love about this is the levels change after. I think it's the 3 fights, and the levels change. You've also got. Oh, lovely roundhouse. You've also got you know, sort of different levels. The Amstrad version, unfortunately, did not have He's won. We're gonna have another fight because I like this game. The Amstrad version only features one level. It's very strange. I don't know why the Amstrad version only features one level. I do feel a little bit sorry for the Amstrad users not getting the because usually they got the rough end of the Spectrum conversion stick, which is a bit rough for them because it's a totally different machine and you should treat it as such. Just because it's got the same processor doesn't make it a subclass, because I'm a bit of an Amstrad person. If you look at my website, my channel, you'll see there's plenty of Amstrad-y things on here as well. But this only got one level on the Amstrad version, whereas the Spectrum version's got, oh yes, good upper kick, a high kick there, beautiful. Yeah, they only got the one level, and the Spectrum's got this little things, and it wouldn't have taken much to. Oh, he did the flying kick just as I. Oh dear. I'm not doing very well today. Oh, we got him. Swept the leg. Beautiful. There we go. Get him again. Oh, not quite down yet. Got him. Right, next fight. I like the way you adjust your belt, and you go up the levels where it says player and see if it says novice, and you become various black belt and Dan 1. There you go, first Dan. See, we're in the next level now. I think there was 3 levels in total on the Spectrum version, which is quite cool. I do rate this very highly as a beat 'em up. It's something. It doesn't even, as far as I'm concerned, it just needs. Does it need an update? Not an update as you might think. Oh, roundhouse. Right. I'll see if I can work out where the forward punch is. There's the punches. There's a headbutt as well. Oh, I walked into his punch. I was going to headbutt him if I could, because there's a headbutt, I think. I think it's quite tactical as well. I quite like the way it's tactical. I'm going to win by default here, though, all over time. Look. Time's run out. So there are some tactics to the whole thing as well, so you can be quite tactical with it. I was blown away when I first saw this. I was. The graphics and the movement of the characters and the way that they look, just, both did each other at the same time there. The graphics were just, they're just amazing. I walked right into that. You can do a somersault. Oh, got myself knocked out. Yeah, they just blew me away with the level of detail on it, and it's really good. I like the way it's almost a one-punch kill as well. It's not. It's this the tactical in the sense you don't. You've made the move, you've done the thing, which is more akin to sort of the score you'd get in sort of proper karate, or proper sort of martial arts. You'd get that one, you get the points for making the strike, and score a point for that. So it's really good. Anyway, I have lost again. Should we see if there's anything else on this tape? Let's do it. So I'll reset this now. Good game though. That's a really good start. I'm quite pleased with that. Good start to what's on the tape. I know we've got Dave Wilson or whatever he's called, Davey Wilson, haven't we? See if there's anything after this. We never know. Doesn't say anything on the inside of the tape cassette though. It was because remember it said match point and match day, so it doesn't say anything else in there at the moment. Could be empty, might not be. Not hearing anything yet. They're only short tapes though. They're only 12. They're only 6 minutes per side. I don't think I'd ever come across a C12. I always saw C15s. Never saw C12s before. Right, let's have a look. I'm just looking at the tape. It's probably only the size of one game, which is probably good. I wonder if they charge more for a C12 though than whatever else it was. So I'm just having a quick look at the tape here. Yeah, there's no space or anything else on there. Right, we're going to flip it over, and they've got super file 128K. So we're going to load that now. I'll see what's in here. I'm excited about the CV thing because I can't imagine unless you were, unless it's I don't know, unless it's somebody who's in the game industry sending their CV off, or maybe they were doing the print to the printer. I don't know. Be interesting to see. Excited about this one. Not excited about that though, that wasn't a good start. You behave yourself. Lovely solid signal, nothing loading. Got the screwdriver here. In fact, Daryl sent me a head alignment kit, which was really nice. The international best-selling head alignment kit, including Joe Blade on the flip side. So we will have a little fiddle. There we go. Got it in the first time round. And then we got down our tape error. Ha ha! I thought I was clever, and I'm not. Oh dear. I thought I was clever, but I'm not. Not clever at all. Oh, it's lovely, that little... It comes with a little screwdriver as well for adjusting things. That's really good, that, actually. That worked really well. Don't R-tape error, though, because we don't want to... We don't... No. Okay, right, let's try that again. We did have it a second ago, and I haven't adjusted it since, so maybe we've gone too far. There. Give that a little... blip. Nope. Right, okay, rewind it a bit. We'll give it another try. I think I had it a second ago. Just there. It just feels like I had it. Nope, stop doing that. Oh, I'm terrible. Right. Okay, we're going for it again. Super file 128K. I don't know what super file 128K is. I assume it's just a utility, a database utility. It feels like it should be a database utility. Doesn't seem happy now. Give that a try. A little bit of adjustment there going on. Don't like doing these fiddlings during the videos because it does take a while. I you know, feel like I should just move on. We'll have a little quick look. One more try. It's not a happy bunny. One more. And then we're going to pass it over. Actually, going to try it in the actually, I'm going to try it in the 48K version, to be honest with you. Give it a try in the 48K, see if that's... well, not that it should make any difference whatsoever, but give it a try. There's a lot of R-tape errors coming up there. It's possible that it's duff on that side. Give it a little load dit. Personal favourite. Load dit. Way to go. Okay. Yeah. That's so weird. I don't know. Don't breathe. Ah. I said don't breathe and it literally stopped working there and then. Right, okay. We're going to skip Superfile. I have a feeling, that a rough guess, and while we're putting the next one on, I'll have a quick look on the old interweb. And what we'll do is we'll see what Superfile was. Alright. So we have now, this one should be Fairlight in theory, if it says what it says is on there. I've not played, as I say, not played Fairlight before. I'm going to do new just to make sure it's clear. And then we're going to do load dit. And we're going to push the button for Fairlight. Now, whilst doing that, we're going to have a little look and see what Superfile was on the Spectrum. I suspect that it very much was a database program. Did you use Superfile? Was it something you used? Superfile by Tynesoft. It is. It doesn't say in that thing. Boo. Superfile. Copyright. Whoa, copying tapes is killing software. Oh dear, somebody's really getting upset about this one. The Copying Act of 1985. Don't look, guys. Don't look, guys. Fairlight. It is Fairlight as well. Right, okay. Is it loading though? Because that doesn't seem to be counting down. Superfile. superfile by Tynesoft. Transaction statements, new file, facilities. That's not loading, is it? Yeah, it's a database of filing utility. You could get it on. There was a compilation tape where it had Ian Botham's test match on it as well, and superfile. Fair enough. It was a compilation item. There we go. Anyway, right. That's not loading, is it? That's definitely not loading. Should we give it a try on the 128K, and we'll give that a whirl? Because we got a nice solid signal there when it was loading, so we'll give the 128K version a whirl. I don't know if it was a 128K version game. I really don't. As I said before, it's one of these games that I felt like I should try or look at, and a lot of people highly rate it. Not something I ever played, to be honest. Something I wish to try. Fairlight. I'm just looking at. Oh, it wasn't a good start. Just didn't work that time round. Okay. A commercial game from publisher The Edge, also known as Fairlight, a prelude to Light Revealed. Saying not a game I've played, and that doesn't sound very good at all, does it? That's decided that it's not going to load now. We had a good start on it, and then now we're not going to. So I have, for just in case we need it, I've got ZX Play and the tape thing handy, so we might get that involved in a second. Might not be commercially available. Some of these games weren't commercially available later, so you had them to begin with, but they weren't made commercially available to everybody. I'm just adjusting the head slightly, by the way, as I'm going along, just a little bit, not a lot. Yeah, it's not having it. From working to not working, it's not very good. I'm not very pleased with that. Let's give this a push to that way a little bit more. Let's give it a try. That sounds worse to me. That's me adjusting the head right down. No, that's not very good. Don't like that. Doesn't sound good at all, does it? I'll give it one more try. Too much fiddling with the head here. I'm just waiting for it to try it again. One more try. No, it's not playing. No, it's not playing ball. Looking at the tape. The tape. I don't know if this is the best way to describe it, but I would. It's, you know, instead of being shiny or sort of a shiny surface, it's kind of dry and sort of dusty almost. It's probably right that it's actually dry and dusty. Okay, let's get ZX Play out and let's see whether or not this is an option for us to do this. You never know, it might be. Let's give it a go. That's right. So in goes my car cassette MP3 converter into the bottom of the old mobile phone. Lifesaver, this modern technology. Does the job, exactly what you need it to do. Let's a quick search for Fairlight. Fairlight, prelude to whatever else it is, by Edge Software, 1985. That sounds good. Should we do that one? Let's press the play on here. Once it's in properly, which it is. Push the play button. That looks good. Looks very good. Fairlight 2 bytes. That's loading the screen. It's interesting though, mine was a slightly different version. Maybe it was one of the newer versions. Could have been released by, according to what I'm reading here on the internet, could have been released by somebody called ABC Software. And it could also be released by, which is a Spanish company. And the other one was Microselection. So it could be either one of those. Originally it was the Edge company that did this. So, right, where are we? Okay, so... looking at the screenshots, it's an isometric. I'm not a big fan of isometrics, possibly why I missed this one. I'm sure somebody else, if somebody said to me it was isometric, I probably wasn't that impressed. I know that sounds bad, but I wasn't a big fan of those kind of games. That's not loaded. That's not loaded. We need to go. I think we need to go 128k for that. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. Let's stop that one. Let's pause that one, stop it. Let's find another 48k version. There's another one from 85, the Prelude. Let's give that one a try. There's some slightly different, it's really weird this, there's so many different versions of this thing. Let's give that a play. There we go. It was always an interesting time because that's the version we must have had, which is the different version, the Edge software version. There's like an older one and a new one, it seems. Yeah, there's so many different versions of software as it goes along, and that's the interesting thing about it. You could, as a developer back then, you wouldn't just sell your wares to one publishing house or one publishing place. You could sell it to lots of them, and it quite frequently happened. No, that's not working. Well and truly jammed itself up. That's not a good sign, this. It's not a good sign. Let's go for the 48k basic. We're not having an R-tape issue, to be honest with you, this week. We're not. It's just not going to happen. No, sorry. Stop. We're not going to have an R-tape issue. We are going to have... There is a 128k version. Let's do that. Let's reset this while it's still whirring around in the tape drive. Let's go with the loader, and let's go with the 128k version. Go for it. We're not going to have an issue this week. Not having it. I'm guessing the 128k version, which is probably better anyway, probably has, I would have thought, music. I think that would be, my gut feeling would be it would be music, would be the main thing on it. I don't want to adjust the head. I don't want to do anything with it. Just want to let it go. Can't go wrong, really. It's basically it's magnetic head to head. I mean, the beauty of using the old tape that would have gone in your car over sort of a real tape is that even when the heads and the reels aren't actually running within the tape drive, it's still. Oh, that's a nice loader. That's really nice, like that. Sort of filling as it goes. Anyway, the tapes within the heads are is that it's basically a magnetic to a magnetic. So technically, the tape drive doesn't have to run for it to load, because you just need to press play, and the tape, the fact that it's playing the sounds of the tape thing is enough for it to actually do the whole thing. So that's really cool. That's a really cool loader, by the way. It's one of the little problems with and I must get the toast rack that my friend Andre sent me up and running. But one of the problems with the Plus 2, and I keep saying it, I say it every episode, but it never gets boring. Is that Plus 2A is just that change in memory configuration and a few other things really did affect the compatibility with a number of games. And the problem is that it's not just the normal. So it's not the games that were, I don't know. It's not the games that you don't want to play. It's not the games you don't want to play. My phone is ringing in the middle of all of this. Let me just stop this, and I'll do that. That's why it stopped loading. I'll be back in a second. Okay, I've started loading it again while you were away, because that phone call was a butt dial. Amazing, isn't it? How useful is a butt dial? Not at all. Anyway, so there was a butt dial going on there, but I thought I might as well load it because it's a very long tape actually. So I got it loaded while you were away. Right, okay, and we have music. Very beeper music, but we have music. So push the get button. Oh my god. Push the enter key. And it's self-destructed. It's not a very good sign, is it? This is the problem with the... This is the thing, wasn't it? Do you remember that? This is always the issue with these things. You kind of plugged them in, push the button, and then all of a sudden the whole thing would stop. You know, would just crash on you. It would be instantaneously crashed. So you'd be stuck regardless. Right. Okay. Give me another second, and I'll be away for a few minutes, and you just sit there, behave yourselves. All right. I'll see you in a second because I have another plan. It's quite a cunning one, but we'll give it a go. Alright, hang on. Well, there's always several different ways to get things working. So we've got Fairlight, the 128k version. Music's different this time, though. It's not that beeper music we had originally, if you remember from just before. Slightly different. Anyway, let's press OK. Several improvements have been made over the 40k version. The next Fairlight Pro is the Trials of Darkness. Okay, cool. Shows even more of the 128k's capacity. Oh, cool. Right, okay. I don't know what the buttons are to play it, but we'll give it a go. There we go. Q. O. O. L. O and L are that way and that way, that way and that way. So... that's jump. I wonder what attack is. I think that's attack there. Actually, you know, I've never played Fairlight before, but it's quite nice actually, graphically. I'm not a big... I like the controls. The controls are kind of weird. It's QA PL. If you know the keyboard and the Spectrum, it's kind of a bit of a... I think it's a bit odd, or maybe it's... Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not odd. I don't know what the story is. I can stab, it seems, with the M button seems to be stab, and space seems to be my jump. Let's get out of the way of this thing. I'm climbing stairs. Let's see if I can chop this thing. I'd like to chop that. Let's chop something. No, no. Everybody knows to break barrels, by the way. It's the law. If you see a barrel, you have to break it. Ah! Did I kill myself? Oh, I think I fell to the next level. Right, I'm going to go out this door here. Okay, we're out the door. It's pushed me back in again, whatever it was. Let's jump it. It's trying to push me back in, look. It's trying to push me back through the door. Every time I get out of it, it pushes me back. Let's go through this under here. I think that just takes me back out where I came from. Yeah, it does. Oh, it's quite good actually, isn't it? It's one of these games I've missed out on, isn't it? I've all this time I've not realised that it's been here to play. How do I get past him? Do you think he needs to? Do you think we can stab him? I press the space bar. Yeah, there. Come on, push him out of the way. Go on, that's it. Hack him, hack him. I've got him. Oh, there's an item. I pick it up. I don't know what button I need to pick it up with. Is it a Z? Ah, got it. X. Can I wear it? I've got it anyway, so maybe I'm wearing it now. Wow, great graphics. Has anybody else played Fairlight before? I've not. Was this the... If you were a Commodore Amiga user, and I know some of you kind of changed that, and you remember, if you remember when you know those special games that you used to get from your mate, you know, those kind of games. Do you remember there was a company called there was a group, a hacking group, a cracking group as they called themselves, called Fairlight. Is this where they got their name from? Did they get their name from this computer game? Was that where that came from? I always wondered that. It's one of those things that always crossed my mind, whether that was the catalyst for them. It's funny when you get to a room when there's nothing in it and it makes you go really fast. Oh look, I've gone back around the courtyard, so the map's quite logical as well. That's kind of cool, isn't it? Locked. Right. He's chasing me. He's got his eyes on me. I'm clearly hobgoblin dindins. Dindins for a hobgoblin. Have I got a really cool moustache? I think I've got a really cool moustache as well. I think that's also a very cool factor. I wonder if we can go further down this way. No. Just wondered. Now through the door. Right. I'm not sure what I'm doing, but I do like it. I do like the layout and the level stuff. It looks kind of cool, doesn't it? Give him some ninja action look. Here, take that. Chopping him and taking his helmet. I'm stealing his helmet as well. I've already got one helmet. Can't take two helmets. Can I equip it? I think I'd be able to equip it, wouldn't you? Some of these controls are very logical, by the way. Oh look, I found their sleeping quarters with a key. Uh-oh. They beamed out of the ground. That was kind of cool. Oh, they're pushing stuff around. No. Oh, that might... Oh, hang on. That might be useful. If I get on that table there... They're pushing everything at me, look. They're going nuts. If I get on this table here... Can I get on it? There's a key there. Let me get... Oh, I'm blocked. Chop, 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 chop. Die, 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 die. That'll be the key for the front door, I bet you. Oh, I'm dead! And there's like a cool death picture as well. Well, do you know what? And I've got a moustache, and it still makes it even better. That was kind of cool, that in the end. That was really excellent. I'm quite delighted by that outcome of that particular one. Right, okay, let's see what else is on this tape. Even though we had to load that from, that was a div MMC that we've had to load that from, so we've had to go the whole hog here and div MMC it. You'll see it pop up on the screen in a second, so it's quite kind of interesting. So here you go. Let's just go for it. Oh, sorry, because I've already booted. Right, okay, I'm on the other side of tape. Now, this is either going to be Underworld, or it's going to be, well, it says Underworld or Night Law. Could be. Let's get them a try anyway. So let's do load dit. And let's give it a whirl. See what happens. And see, it doesn't actually, it boots straight back to the AMS. Can't spell. It boots. Oh, no, it's loading from the div MC again. Right, I'm gonna have to turn it off and on again, so we'll just give it a quick turn off. So hang on a second, we'll just shut the specky off. I'll just do it while you're here, and I'll just unplug the device. So we're gonna have a black screen for a second. Oh, it's all gone black. It's all gone black. The screen's gone black. It's just all gone off. Oh, no signal and everything. The device is still running, and then back on again. Oh, brace yourselves. That was a good one. Right, let's go to basic. 48k basic. Give it all the load dit. Let's rewind that tape a bit because it might have been loading there in the background. Brilliant devices, these div MCs, by the way. They're kind of fast tape loaders, I think is the best way to describe them. Well worth it. I got mine from Bike Delight. That's not a very good sound, is it? Maybe we'll get some sound in a second. Yeah, I got mine from Bike Delight. Bike Delight, yes. Oh, God. What a sound that is. That doesn't sound like, that doesn't sound good, does it? Stop doing it now. No sound at all here coming out of it. It sounds like a balloon going down. Let's give it a fast forward. Well, that's coming out the drive. Underworld and Night Law were meant to be on there, but that's most definitely Not a good sound, any of that. Let's put the normal tape on there, see whether or not it sounds any better in an external tape drive. I'm just going to press the play button. Oh, it does sound like it sounds. Maybe I've adjusted the head on my tape too far. Hang on, let's go back and do that. Oh dear, maybe I've done this to myself by playing with the head too much. Let's just rewind this and let's give it another try. I think I've adjusted the tape head too much. No good. Self-inflicted. Self-inflicted wounds here. Right, see if this works any better. Oh, it's not happy. Oh, that's a really odd sound. Don't think I've ever heard a sound like that. Oh, that's a very odd one indeed. That's very odd. Seems to be making noise in the other tape drive though, which is kind of odd. Is it possible to over-adjust your heads? It doesn't sound totally right though. Doesn't sound totally right. Right, okay, hang on a second. Well, this has been a busy video for this kind of swapping in and out. We'll just do a quick change here of devices and we'll give it a try again. Right, hang on a second. Right, try as I might, I couldn't get any of that to load. It just wasn't playing. So we're now on to the one that says CV. So we'll give it a try and see if this one gets this one to load. Hopefully it'll be fairly quick and fairly fast. But we'll give it a go and see what happens. There we go. Let's see what happens there with this one. CV, bytes. Oh, it's a bytes one. Oh, so it's a load code job. Let's get us a load code on then. Let's do that. Load, extended. Oh, come on, break. Load, extended mode code. This is going to be interesting. I'm wondering what this person's CV is that's so complex that they've actually written it in machine code. This is going to be really kind of interesting. Is this some coder who went on to do something brilliant after this? Is this collection of tapes? I don't know. Or is it just a screenshot? Don't know. We'll find out in a second. CV. It's loading. Loading. Okay. Bracing myself. This is interesting. These are interesting days. Ooh, okay. So it's loaded. How do you run machine code? Oh. How do we run machine code? There's something you have to do to run machine code. What is it? I don't know. Hang on. Let's see if I can find it quickly. What do you have to run? There's like a poke, isn't there, or something similar? Run machine code. ZX Spectrum. Oh no, this is really annoying because I want to know how you run it. There is a set of commands you have to run to do it. How do you do it? How do you do it? How do you do it? I'm looking. Run machine code. Run. It's not like run. It's like, oh, what is it? It's really annoying, this one. Run machine code. I don't know. Somebody said it to me the other day and I don't know what it is. There's assembly. I'm just looking at some instructions quickly here, see if I can do it. There. Randomize user. Whatever else it's random. Oh god, now I'm going to find the keys on the keyboard. Let's return, delete. I'm going to get my other Spectrum keyboard. Hang on a second. Right, just over here. I'm grabbing it. Right, I've got the keyboard. There is, looks like when you run it to finish, there's a randomize thing you've got to do. So I'm just looking for randomize on my Spectrum keyboard. I think it's on T. That's it, randomize. And then we're looking for USR, which is on the let key or the L key, extended mode L, and then it says this. So we'll push that button. What's happened there? I think I've just cleared it, haven't I? I've just cleared the code. Oh, that's not very good. Oh no, that's really bad. I can't believe that. How do you start these things off then, guys? You need to call it with a certain thing. Ooh, this is an interesting one. This is so interesting. Right, okay, let's do another load and see what else is, because they've got the long CV on here. Let's see if we can get this to load, the long CV, because that was odd, wasn't it? Right, I know that some people who watch these are pretty good with the old machine code, so they probably know exactly what to do to run these ones. If you can help me out in the comments below, or at least point me in the right direction, that'll be excellent. And what we'll do is we'll go from there. We'll give it a try, sort of trying to get those things to load in another episode. I will attempt to do this tape again. These haven't been very good. They haven't been the best of tapes. These ones. They've been we're very hit and miss whether they're actually working or not. No, that's bad. That was bad. Try it again. No, this doesn't sound good. The tape doesn't sound good. It's not just a case of various sort of bits and pieces. It just doesn't sound right. That randomized user, by the way, 58,000, does look like a very common sort of set of commands here. I'm looking at a set of instructions here. I didn't realise that people would do the. They seem to use the rem command to put into the code into the system. Is that right? Would you use a rem command to put the code into the system? Sample program, for instance, here it's got rem 00000 go org load HL, 0 add blah blah blah. I mean, and then it goes return as a rem command. Would you do that? It's how you entered machine codes into Spectrum. That's kind of weird. Unless you've got pokes and all this kind of stuff. There's certain pokes and locations and machine locations in here. Oh well. Right, I'm going to flip this over and see what's on the other side. What we got here. It says something like Pugsy on this other side, so let's give this a try. So we'll see what's There's been an interesting tape in the sense that it could have been anything realistically that was on here. And this is the nature of the beast, though, with these things, is they tend, you don't know. 30 years of 35 years worth of sort of lying around, 36 years worth of lying around. You never know what state they're actually going to be in. So, as much as adjusting the head is a factor, as much as sort of sticking them on the radiator or using a hairdryer on them is a factor, I don't think you're ever going to really get over age, I think, is the problem. We'll give this a try though. Pugsy. Or Pudsy? Imagine if you found something really, really clever that was somebody's, like, I don't know, pride and joy. I mean, we've found some games in the past. We got sound there, but we didn't sound what I was expecting it to do. No, it's not going brilliantly, that one. Tapes don't sound good particularly. I'll just play that on again. Give it another try. Come on. No, it's not a very good one. not brilliant. Not brilliant at all. No, it's not having it. I think this is somebody's machine code bits and pieces, though. This is the thing. I think there genuinely was somebody's attempt at various machine codes. Just listening to this and see if it's doing anything. That was very much that first few seconds of the tape. There wasn't a lot on it. It's definitely somebody's programming, but as I say, you can't. It's hard to tell what's working. Tape itself is. It's okay. It's not the best. It's not brilliant, but it's okay. We're going for it one more time. And then we're moving on to skateboard construction. Nah, it's not playing at all, is it? No, it's not playing at all. Right, okay, skateboard construction. We've got more chance of loading this, I think. So, this is the player's skateboard construction. This is the cover tape. Oh! Straight into it. Well, that's not loading either. Come on, let's try this again. Behave yourself. Oh, it's actually not rewound. I thought it was rewound. Okay, we're going to see if this one loads. I've not actually played it. I have it, but I haven't actually played Skateboard Construction Kit yet for players. No, it sounds like a long wait between loading and not loading. Very weird. Oh, there we go. Skate game. Excellent. And then there's some music on this one as well from what was it? Dave Wilson. Who is Dave Wilson? Should I know who Dave Wilson is? Do you know who Dave Wilson is? I have no idea who Dave Wilson is. Do you think he worked for who's this one by? Is this Sinclair User or something like that? I wonder if he worked for them. I wonder if that was what it was. He was the guy who worked from them. Sort of, did some. I don't know, maybe he was a karaoke specialist or something similar. Maybe he had a band. Maybe it's this attempt to do it. Maybe the editor-in-chief or something similar. I don't know. I'm not very good with music. I've never been very good with music. It's not one of those. I don't know why I'm not very good with music. I'm just not very good with. I like listening to music, but I have to say, eclectic mixes. That isn't going to load properly, by the way. I can tell you now because it's already doing funny lines on the edge of the screen. Look. Say, all unhappy on the edge of the screen. Because that's just not the way it's meant to look. Right. Okay, now that's the only thing on that side of the tape anyway. Right, where have I got my skateboard construction kit? I'm quite convinced I have this. Skateboard construction kit. I have it right here, right? Okay, if I can remember, I'll stick a picture on the screen of the cover tape. And we'll stick this in, because this has got to load off the tape, I would hope. Not having much luck again today. It's not the best of days. Right, okay, we are rewound. Let's stick this in. Let's press loader. I think it's 128k as well. Players did do quite a few 128ks. Usually they added music to them, which is the main difference. They kind of had music that was there. Features free demo game, because it was a construction kit. You see, at the end of the day, it was all about it was basically a construction kit for your skateboarding. I'm guessing. So here we go. Skate E. Oh, that's data, definitely. But it's loading it. No, it's not. Well, that wasn't very good because you don't seem to be loading anything. Let's flip you over and see if you've got the main thing is on the other side. So let's flip you over. Oh, tape rewinding all the time. Right. Got both tapes rewinding actually. I've got the tape drive on here. It's rewinding the other side of the cover tape to see if we can get to the other side of it. Right, that's rewound. Okay, let's reset this Spectrum. Let's go for it. There you go, Spectrum. Reset, loader, go for it. See whether or not we can get any further forward. That was interesting though. The loader did load it as code without it actually having to do anything. I've never seen that before. I never realised it did that. So it can obviously distinguish the difference. Skate D. I don't know what D is. I don't know what the difference between Skate D and Skate whatever else is. Demo. Oh, it's demo. So this is the demo version that you get with it. It did say it came with a free demo. That's weird because it's on the printed side of the actual cassette. You'd think that the other side, which is the constructor, would be, wouldn't you? Or maybe I'm wrong. Okay, waiting for a screen. And we've had a crash. And is it loading anymore? Nope, completely crashed. We're doing really, really well. So my existing tape of it doesn't work. That's a great thing. Marvellous. Marvellous. Having the session of my life here with these things at the moment. This is doing really, really well. God, my spectrums need a service. I'm glad that I'm going to stop after volumes. This is volume 9. I'm going to do volume 10. I'm going to stop for a little bit, have a bit of a break. And I think actually, to be fair, I'm going to take the spectrums off for a bit of a break as well because they're obviously broken at this point. I think from all of the wear and tear and all the things that they're doing. Maybe I'm wrong, but come on. There we go. Loaded it. Here we go. Right, so that went really well. Skateboard construction system didn't work either. Brilliant. I often pull these off the shelf though and find that they're not actually functioning, which is a bit of a shame really, after all these years. Okay, I'm waiting for the sounds. No sound thus far. Is this Wavy Davey or whatever it was on it? Oh no. Rodeo. Here we go. This is the Rodeo Buffalo Bills Rodeo. This is full game. No, it's a demo. I think that's what it was. It was a demo. Quite like it to load. Not been having the best of luck with some of these tapes recently. They've been a bit poor in the old working department. There's been a mixture of hit and miss, tapes that I've got there. I've got another selection though of tapes to come. Another set from a different source. So some I can't remember what it was. Some lady sent me a whole box of them. So that was kind of cool. And they for the most part they've been okay. We did get Exploding Fist, and we can't we all like a bit of Exploding Fist. That's a good one. That's always a good one. I'm disappointed by the skateboard construction kit not working though, especially as I actually have the original as well. It's kind of disappointing. It's probably pretty rubbish, but it is disappointing. It's usually the way that they're a bit rubbish. Oh, we'll see. I'm waiting for this one. Now, this will be a series of mini games. This is a pretty standard fare for the time. You know, you'd get a lot of sort of mini games. You know, which I didn't realise though. Was there at least 3 Daley Thompson games? I think there wasn't there? Daley Thompson's Olympiads or something like that. Olympiad. Daley Thompson's Decathlon, Daley Thompson's Super Test, there's loads of them. And then, of course, you can always fit Jeff Capes in there, because he was like a strong man, you know, doing all those bits and pieces as well. That was a good game. I quite like Jeff Capes' one as well. To be fair, though, Daley Thompson's one proper good at breaking the joystick, you know, wiggling it backwards and forwards. Just one of those things, wasn't it? Absolutely smashed the thing. Well, we've got no loading screen, but we still things are still going, which is a good sign. And then technically we'll have music after. It's a bit odd, really, that you actually want to listen to music afterwards. I'll probably get hit by copyright for whoever, was it I can't remember what his name was now, was it? Daddy Wilson? Dave Wilson? Richard Wilson? I have no idea. I give up now. He was one foot in the grave, wasn't he? That played Victor Meldrew. Richard Wilson, wasn't it? Can't remember. And of course his next door neighbour was Angus Deaton. Deaton? Deaton. Gotta go with Deaton. Angus Deaton. It's an odd programme that was. Odd time for sitcoms as well. Oh! Aha! We've got something! The keys are ZX JN and K is fire. Okay. Prod a key. I've prodded a key. No, that's fine. I'm happy to do that. Prodded a key. How do I start? Is it at the bottom? Is it S to start or something? Knife throwing, calf roping, steer wrestling, bronco riding, and stagecoach rescue. Cool. Prod space to continue. I'm prodding the space. Oh, right. Get in your horse and go for it. All right. I don't seem to be doing much, though. I'm trying to avoid the boxes at the moment. Can't see it move up on him, though. It's not been too tough so far, avoiding these things. Don't seem to be able to shoot, though. I was expecting to be able to shoot, and I can't seem to shoot. Am I meant to get these? No, obviously not. He's chucking them at me. And that didn't do anything either, though. Well, Stagecoach Rescue seems a bit rubbish. I can move up and down, but I can't move left and right. I thought I'd be able to move left and right. Oh, my energy's going down now, definitely. Yeah, because I keep hitting those things. So let's just stay out of the way of these things and see if we can survive to the end. And hopefully that's us rescued the stagecoach after a minute of sort of riding along, not doing an awful lot. I thought I'd have been able to get up the top of the thing. I guess I just have to avoid the boxes he keeps throwing, which seems pretty easy to do. I think I'd be able to shoot at him though. Well, if I press the K button, does it do anything? I'm pressing the K button, nothing is happening. I've just got myself hurt there by a box. He's throwing PCs off the top though. That's what it is. It looks like a PC computer, an old style PC computer. He's chucking them off at me. I want to run faster though. How do I go faster? At least it's interacting. I'm not sure what's happening. Some very bright colours going on at the bottom of the screen. It just doesn't look like it's fully loaded properly, but at the same time we've got parallax scrolling going on the screen. We've got the trading post going past. We're running out of time. I haven't died. Haven't won though. So have I rescued the stagecoach? The sands of times right. You have failed. Okay. C to change the specky keys. No, port 1, 2. Old Kempston specky keyboard. It definitely said, didn't it? ZX. Am I pressing the wrong key? Right, keyboard. Right, go for it. I am going for it. I must be missing a button somewhere here. Come on. There must be a button I'm missing because I can avoid up and down, but I can't seem to ride at him. Huh. Alright, okay, fair enough. Well, while that's doing that on the screen, let's get the music on, see what happens. Or whatever's going on from... Who was it then? What was his name? Davey Wilson sings Audio Magic, Not a Game. Here we go then. Davey Wilson. Who is Davey Wilson? I've pushed the play button. You've exhausted yourself. Oh dear. Here we go. Oh yeah. What the heck? Kiss my cheek and snuggle up close to me. Sugar honey, I love you. I'm not sure what I'm listening to here. It's like music, isn't it? lounge singers. Do you remember Vic Reeves and Bob Mortimer used to do that TV show? If you're as old as me, you'll remember that. And they used to do the lounge singing. It was like, yeah, that kind of thing. If somebody tells me this guy was famous for this, I'll be utterly amazed. Davey Wilson. Was that it? I think that was it. I think that was an entire tune. Yeah, that was it. One song. One song and one song only. So weird. What an episode this has been of What's on the Tape, hasn't it? What a weird episode. All kinds of weird stuff going on. Anyway, I've been your host. Thank you for watching. Catch you in the next one. The last one next week. That's volume 10. I'm going to take a little wee break. Do just some normal videos in between. Probably going to go back to a bit of a Euro Truck Simulator, and then I'll be back. But I'll be doing Spectrum games in between. Some sort of. I've got plenty of sort of back stock. Actually, though, before we go, I've just spotted that it's the button called R to redefine the keys. Let's do this. Let's do left, right, up, down, space to fire. Let's see if this goes a bit better. Not at all. It hasn't affected the whole thing at all. I still can't move. So it's a demo that doesn't go anywhere. It just shows you the horse riding element of it, but without anything other than the up and down in it. Anyway, yeah, so without further ado, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you soon. See you later. Bye-bye now. So I didn't want to quite finish What's on the Tape the way I did there, because I seemed to be having lots of issues with my tapes and loading there, and no matter how much I adjusted the azimuth, which apparently is how you pronounce it, I had to look it up on the internet by the way, the azimuth screw, which is basically a screw that adjusts the head, well it's not the screws called that, it's the actual whole head mechanism is called that apparently, not quite 100% sure where all that comes from. Anyway, you basically, I didn't want to leave it quite like that because I wanted to show that my Spectrum still loads. I just had a really bad series of tapes there. They were just not good. They weren't awfully good. I had a good cleaning session afterwards, and I just wanted to say, yeah, it does load. So I've got on the screen now. I've got one of my personal favourites, a game called Skateball, and now I hadn't seen this for years, and I could if you'd asked me, I would have said it was like hockey and rollerball, which is the way I would describe it. But anyway, this is a game for another day. But I just really wanted to show you that we're back in action. You know that I'm actually there. I can change the teams and change who's in whatever else is in space to select different people, all this kind of stuff. So yeah, we're back in action. Spectrum's back, and it's all doing what it's meant to do. And it was just one of those things. It was just really annoying that it wasn't working properly. But I really didn't want to leave it where you thought, that my Spectrums had exploded. It's just the nature of the beast, I'm afraid, when it comes to old tapes, old cover tapes and old tapes themselves. Sometimes we just have a very bad session with them. So anyway, thanks for sticking with it. If you stuck all the way through it, thumbs up to you. Thank you for those of you out there who supply tapes this week, particularly Daryl. Thanks, Daryl. And I'm going to leave it like that. I've been your host, Real Genetic Demon. Please feel free to like and subscribe. Please share it and see if anybody else fancies watching. Nearly 2 hours of me normally rambling away about the past. But anyway, I'll catch you soon. Thank you now. Bye bye.